So we've talked about better recognizing and seeing the risks that fathers pose to kids and to their moms. And we've talked about how you might refer to a program like Caring Dads and even what Caring Dads offers in terms of the content. I also want to talk now about how we might link what our SOS goals are for the family with what might be happening in Caring Dads programs and in intervention in general. We've created another tool for you, and it's linked here on this website that provides a map of Caring Dads activities and content and SOS safety goals. But let me talk you through this a little bit. And to do that, what I want you to do is take a look here at a danger and a safety goal statement from, anonymized of course, but from a file here at CAST. So what you see in this danger statement is that you see that the social worker is saying that mom's a loving mom and she does her best to care for all three children, but expresses worry that if nothing changes and that if dad moves back into the home, that he and mom will get in an argument and it will lead to dad punching or choking mom or worse. And then the worker goes on to explain that if that happens, she'll be worried that the children will be exposed to domestic violence again, and that they will then be worried and unable to feel safe and to develop in the way that they should. So having these kinds of danger and safety statements are really important because way too often what we see is either time without incidents. So, what if there's no reported problems or no repeat abuse reported by him or by her as a sign of safety, or we think, well, if he completes a program, so if he completes the Changing Dads program, if he completes the Caring Dads program, that must mean that he is safer. But I think what's really key to this statement is that very beginning part, that I'm worried that if nothing changes. And what that does is it alerts us to what we need to do to identify what needs to change. And here, what the workers identified is that, in this case, the adults need to work through agreements in a calm and respectful manner. Now, what we would say in Caring Dads, and recognizing the power that dad holds in the relationship and his history of abusive behavior, we would say that dad needs to deal with disagreements in a calm and respectful and non-abusive manner. And, recognizing the impact of past domestic violence and the fact that he has a history of perpetrating violence, we would say that he needs to do this really regardless of how she reacts in that situation. But that aside, these are the kinds of goals that we're thinking about when we think about mapping signs of safety with Caring Dads. So let me just give you a sense of some of the goals that you might have when you refer a man to the Caring Dads program. So some of the goals might be around engagement. You might expect that dads are going to be receptive to meetings and to be respectful in his engagement with you. So one of the things we might be working on is that he needs to call you back, attend scheduled meetings, and not yell at you over the phone. It also might mean that we need to work with men to recognize that he's going to need ongoing support and ongoing child protection involvement because of the level of risk that he poses or his history of other problems. We might also be setting goals around father's child-centeredness. It might be around the amount of time that dads spend with kids, the amount of attention that he gives to them. It might be around paying child support appropriately and on time, or making visits as he's supposed to. We might be working with developing and following routines and being consistent in the way that he's parenting his kids to create safety in that relationship. And it might be around recognizing the importance of the mother-child relationship and being respectful and supportive of the kids' relationship to their mom. Other goals might be around responding calmly or non-punitively to instances of annoying child behavior, or to stop verbally abusing mom during exchange visits. On the sheet that we've given you, we have outlined these and other goals that you might have for your families, and we'd encourage you, when you're making a referral to Caring Dads, to think about whether or not any of those goals may link to the danger and safety statements that you're making for the family.